Hello, trading has closed on Tuesday, September 17th, 2024. As always, we'll do our disclaimer, go over our calls, and make some predictions. It's my trading plan for Wednesday, September 18th, 2024. Please remember, my calls can be wrong. Trade at your own risk. Also, the FOMC announcement is tomorrow afternoon. Leads to wild swings typically. I rarely, if ever, trade those swings and rarely, if ever, trade on the day the announcement's made. Okay, we looked for the pattern with the early high, which is this. Tomorrow should also have the early high. We said after yesterday's close little change, we should have a big move today, but it might be delayed today. Here's what we said. Well, when I say a big move, I don't mean a big move from top to bottom. I mean a big move away from the previous day's close. So we closed unchanged for all intents and purposes. When that happens, I just repeat the previous day's call, which is that we're going to have a big move tomorrow. Now, today is the 17th. There's a 3-day window on Caroline's F25 possible candidate for a top. It's a candidate. So, if this is a top, his work says it's going to be a big drop because 25 is a big number. But if this isn't the top today, then we're not within his time frame. MEJT gave a signal in the afternoon to buy. The minimum target was already hit. This drop was called false and it's already retraced. Mixed signals on this chart. Gap up, higher high, close under these highs and these lows. Negative unless we invalidate it by gapping and taking out these highs. High to low pattern. Couldn't close near a low. Positive pattern unless we gap and promptly take out these lows. Should trade higher. So we have to use the mixed signals rules. Now this was a break over this trend line, but it wasn't a gap. I mean, you don't know till the end of the day if the gap opening is going to hold. That didn't hold, so this probably isn't a real break that's going to stick. Doesn't mean you won't go up. It just means that's not it. I can still know this was the last higher unfilled target we had. It isn't a MEJT target, but over the Labor Day weekend, we had a wall with gap pattern. We said these things fill at some point. And when they fill, there's resistance over the top of the wall, and that's that line. So we've already taken care of the last upside target. If you use the alternate count, there's still good fibs here. If that's wave 5, and that's wave 1, the fibs work, that's 61.8. So we can stop here and still have the same fib ratio. And not only did this rally to a new high, close under these highs from way back when, and that means it didn't stick. Now, of course, time doesn't run out till tomorrow. We gap up over here, all is forgiven. But for right now, that's not a healthy pattern. This is a monthly chart because I couldn't get a daily chart that would show all the lines, but if it connect the 2009 low and the 2021 high, we have a direct hit on the daily chart here. If you draw parallel lines, you see this angle is an important one for the market with hits here and here and here and here, and keep going down. You get all these hits. This hit, that's a significant hit. If we're going to break through, you should really gap over it. Now, you can't gap over it on the monthly chart until October. But if you did it on the daily chart, I wouldn't hold it against it. But the odds are that resistance is going to hold. Not a guarantee until we start down. We have to use the mixed signals rules. Tomorrow's pattern has the early high regardless of how we close. The FOMC announcements tomorrow afternoon. I just can't predict the response to major economic announcements with a sufficient degree of accuracy. There's a good chance I won't do any trading tomorrow. I have some personal business in the afternoon too. Signals are mixed. It's bullish. Today's normally bearish pattern closed over intraday lows. Either we gap and undercut the low of the day or we see higher prices. But it's bearish. We gapped up, hit a higher high, closed under intraday highs. Unless we gap and overtake the high of the day, we should see higher prices. This also isn't the kind of action you want to see when you hit a new all-time high. You want follow through. You don't want reversal through prior highs. Time and price remain aligned for a top in this area, but until we get a reversal with conviction, I'm keeping my powder dry. If it is a top, should be a big one with plenty of places to enter short with greater conviction than we have now. Now, I don't know what's the pattern with the early low. I don't know what's going to happen with the FOMC announcement. Typically, it's a whipsaw. Everything is lined up for a top here if we get a big drop. But if we don't get a big drop, then you don't have to risk your money. It's a pattern with the early high. Often nothing happens in the morning, and then all you know what breaks loose in the afternoon. And that's today's call.